Hey butterflies, welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members as well as the members over on my website. Thank you for your continued support. Oh gosh. I swallowed some of my own spit down the wrong hole. I'm gonna make shout out to everyone who has purchased from my tea or my candle company or any of my books off of Amazon. Thank you for your continued support. And so this grandmother ancestor message is actually like a branch off of a message that my grandmother had shared with me. And a lot of you all, I'm sure, are going to be able to relate with this energy. Okay. And so back in 2018, I released my first book, They Never Told. You can get a signed copy off of my website, or you can go to Amazon and get it from there. But I remember when my first shipment of books came and I had them delivered to her house. Okay. Because of course that was my, what was it called? The address, like your permanent address, okay? Because I live with my grandmother. And so I remember when the books came and it opened and I wanted to give her the first copy because of course in my acknowledgments, I got a place in there for her. And so I wanted to give her a copy and she looked at me, she said, I'm going to buy a copy. And I was like, no, I want to give it to you as like a gift. It's like, a thank you. She said, you put a lot of work into what you did. And I'm going to buy a copy to support you in your work. And she went to her checkbook, y'all, and wrote me a check for $200. And she said, there, if you want to give away some books, at least then they were bought to be given away. And when I tell you I wanted to cry, because then she went into this aspect. She said, baby, when someone really supports you or someone loves you and they want to see what's best for you, they will pay for your services. They will pay for what you create. They will pay for what you've done when they respect the time and the effort that it's taken for you to create this thing. And that has stayed with me throughout my entire, because this was at the beginning of my entrepreneur career. And so this is a message for others who have you give a level of support. You give support to other people, or you have a business, you do some level of work, right? In this work, you will have people who are going to try to get free stuff from you, or, it's like this aspect of, oh, well, what's my discount as a friend, or what's my discount? What's the family discount? Like that type of vibe. And that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And a reason for what makes it a red flag is because they're taking away from the fact of you're actually losing money every time you give away something. So in a way, it's kind of like you're paying them for this thing, if that makes sense, because you have to pay for supplies. You got to pay for your time that it took from your other work that it took to write it or create it or code it or put it together. Like that's your time, that's your energy that you took away from other things, and you deserve to be compensated for that time, right? And when we respect each other for the time that we put in for things and we support that, we will give that energy exchange. You get what I'm saying? My own grandmama wouldn't take a free book for me, and she told me that was something to hold true. She said, if you want to work and be a successful business person, or be successful within your work, don't be going around giving away free stuff to everybody or discounting everything, because you're going to find yourself in the red. You're going to find yourself in the red because you're giving away. And it's like, what's being given back? Because those who really support and see the effort and the time of what you put in, they're going to pay for that. They're going to support it. You get what I'm saying? And so that's the energy of what I'm getting, because some of you all may have been having some people who have been asking for like discounts or free help, or like asking for things without you offering it. Like it's different when you offer the help, when you offer the support, but when they asking for it, baby, and they offer no type of help or no type of support with it, in a way it's kind of like a leeching type of energy at that point. Okay. And even to this day, like if I have friends who have a business, baby, I pay for what you have. I pay for your services. Period. I have a friend, she does readings, and even if she's doing like, ask a free question type thing, I'm still going to give a donation because that's an energy exchange. You get what I'm saying? And this is giving a vibe of make sure that you're one of those people who gives like an energy exchange to other people, you know what I'm saying, as a thank you. But don't be out here asking people to discount their work or discount what they're providing and what they're creating. Because in all honesty, it just must mean you really don't see the value in it in the first place. Okay. And it takes money out of that person's pocket. It takes from their stability out of their pocket to give. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is that people, they will take as long as you give. Okay, it's not this deck. I gotta go to another deck. And so this is giving the energy of knowing the difference between friends and associates as well, or even just loved ones and people who see, people who have a deeper respect for you and what you do. They're gonna show it in their actions. They're gonna show it in their actions. Like the fact that my own grandmama would not take a free book from me. I have an ex. I wrote another book. We broke up and stuff after this time. And he had purchased extra copies as a way for me to give away copies to people. As just like a way to support the work and what I do, right? And this just gives this vibe of when someone supports you versus them supporting you to a certain standpoint. Yeah, you got 5 of Knives that's coming out. This is giving a sense of a silent competition. So, and she did say that about how sometimes like your associates can be in silent competition with you. So when is that my door? Hold on. Oh no, that's my neighbor's door. So when they see you doing something that is bringing you up or putting you up to a higher level, it's like them seeing it as a form of competition of like, oh no, you think you're better than me, or you think you're better than this, or you think you're better than that. So this person, by them getting something free from you, they're literally taking from you versus you getting something of a support from them, if that makes sense. So like, it gives me this vibe of someone giving false support, but in reality, you're the one who's losing for them to be supporting. That confuses me in my head, but it makes sense though, because people do this all the time. So like, oh, let me get one so I can take a picture and put it on my social media. So with this illusion of like, okay, I'm supporting and I'm putting you out there, but I'm getting this thing for free. And that's the primary reason for why they're doing it, so that they can get it for free. Let's go deeper into this 5 of Knives. Granny, what you talking there with this 5 of Knives? Because this 5 of Knives could be gossip. It could be intimidation. It could be jealousy. It could be competition. So someone seeing you as being a competitor of something. What's up with this 5 of Knives, Spirit? The 5 of Coins. A lack energy. This is a poverty energy. So it gives this vibe of like a competition slightly. So watch out for people who, when you tell them that you're doing something good or you're releasing something, and they see it as being like a competition now. So they silently don't want to see your success, because your success will then bring what they feel is a failure to the forefront. Like this is giving a vibe of someone who compares themselves to you. But you've been feeling this though. Like this is something that you've been feeling for quite some time. You've been feeling that this person has these feelings towards you. You just have not really said nothing. You've just been in the air. You've been like, I don't know if this is the vibe. It's giving this energy of like you wanting to keep a positive like viewpoint or positive perspective of it, of what it could be. But you know what's up is what I'm hearing. Like, you know what's up. You know what it is. You know, you can't question it. You can't deny it. You know what it is. We have Aries coming out, Pisces coming out, Leo coming out. Spirit, give me 3 more signs or houses. Because the first house is the house of self. So this is someone who, they put themselves first. You know, if something doesn't benefit them, then it's an issue. It's a problem, okay? You got Virgo that's coming out. Give me 2 more signs, Spirit. We got the second house of Taurus with the assets coming out. So that's giving that financial energy as well. The assets, the values, that's Venus energy. We have Scorpio. Okay, and then 8th house that came out. Okay, so was, and that's 8. Yeah, so was that all? Because I want to look at these houses of this energy that came out as well. We got space for 1 more sign. We got Capricorn, and then I see Venus. Okay, so that is a lot of the heavy energy of what we're pulling into with this Venus energy. Someone, when they feel like another person is making more progress than them in their life, or look like they have more valuables and things of that nature than they do, it's like it's easy to take offense to it, or to feel like it's some type of something against them, like they take it personal. Okay, with this 8th house energy and then Venus in general, someone who typically has their Venus inside of their 8th house is someone who has like a come up by the way of who they're involved with, who they're connected to. So this could be someone who even attaches to people who have promising futures, or people who they feel like they can ride the wave with on their way up to like success or something of that nature. It could be something along those lines as well. Now with this 12th house of surrender, that's also the house of spirituality. But then we have self and then assets, and we see how self and assets is 1st and 2nd house, and then we have the 12 here. Confirmation of I am going to do, it's a 12/21 reading I need to do, and a 12/12. But this is giving into the energy of this person is just surrendering to what they want, surrendering to what they feel they need, what they value at this time in their life. Okay. And then we have the sense of the assets that's coming out with this 2nd house. I don't know why they let this dog be roaming like this. That is dangerous. That's what happened when you let the wrong people start moving into places. Put your dog on a leash. Dang. Like, it made me think about this dog that was running up on me one time. Like, put your dog on a leash. How hard is that? Or get a house. Child. But this 1st and this 2nd house energy, it's like people who don't think about other people. They just think about themselves. That go with that right there. Like, that's dangerous. You don't do that. You're just thinking about yourself at this point. You're not thinking about your neighbors. You're not thinking about what could potentially happen if another person come out with a dog. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's going with this energy though. Someone who is just stuck on self and what they value, what they have, what they own, what works for them, but not thinking about how it can affect other people. So this person wanting you to give them something free, thinking about how it helps them, they now have access to this thing, but not realizing how it took from your stock. That costs you money to give away. You got to budget that. You got to budget that as a profit loss. But someone who doesn't have an understanding of that, who don't have an understanding of time, who don't have an understanding of proper boundaries, these same people are going to go out. They ain't asking McDonald's for a discount. They ain't going to Walmart telling them, oh yeah, let me get this for free. They ain't going up in Sephora, Walgreens. They ain't going to the gas station saying, hey, you know, let me get this for half off. So why would you do that to the people that you know? It's all about what someone's seeing as being an asset and a value to them, okay? And if someone doesn't see something as being an asset to them or a value, that becomes a problem. I'm gonna be nosy. But that becomes a problem. People pay for what they see as valuable to them. And so all they got to just say is, you know, I don't see your product as being valuable. That's basically what they're saying when they don't pay for it, when they don't support. They don't see it as being valuable for what they have at this time. There are other things that is more valuable than that. That's literally what's being said. Now, typically, they're not going to admit that because of how bad it sounds, because they don't want to hear the truth. That's the truth of what it is, though. Like, and sometimes the truth doesn't always sound good. And a lot of people don't like to accept the truth. But the reality is that when someone is asking you for all your stuff to always be free, it's because they don't see the value in it. And the thing is that you need to remember is that most times your friends and things of that nature is not your customer. You got to know the difference. And so don't try to just, you know, sell to your your families and your friends when most times they're not your customers to begin with. And you have to identify and find who is your customer. Because your customer is going to see value in it. They're going to see value in what you have to offer. So, for example, when I have my vegan nail polish company, someone who's used to just going to get their nails done every week, or someone who's used to just buying $1 nail polish, honey, they not going to see the value in a vegan nail polish that costs $10. What's the value in that to them? You get what I'm saying? Now, someone who is into that type of thing, they're going to see the value. And so knowing the difference. Knowing the difference. And it's not saying that every friend that don't buy from your company isn't really a friend. It's not saying that either. But when they start asking for it for free, that's the problem. That's when it becomes a problem. You know, if they're not interested in it, it's not their thing. That's understandable. No one is required to just buy something from someone just as a way to support. Okay? Now, if they going out buying from somebody else who do the same thing as you, now that's another story. That's another story for another day. Daughter of baskets. Focus on your lane. Focus on what matters. Focus on those who are meant to be in your space. It's all going to work out. And as always be real. Always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love you all. And as always, continue to bloom, my loves.